Okay, so I got up extra early today, left the little town of Katazaha. The accent is on the last letter, and it's going to be really hot today, like 100 today and tomorrow. And so I got up when it was still dark, made my way to the highway, picked up some tacos, had some coffee, and trying to get a head start on the day. I don't know if you can see, but the sun is rising behind me. Looks like a beautiful sunrise today. Yesterday, I was in Palenque. I left Palenque, had a wonderful time. Oh, those ruins at Palenque are they're just outstanding. And one thing that made them really nice is that they're so well organized. Tikal, I think, is much bigger, but you know, they give you a map and it doesn't really match up with the signs on the paths. And it was quite confusing. At Palenque, you don't even need a map because there's just one path and it just guides you through the whole site. And the other thing I really liked was that a lot of the ruins at Tikal, they've only excavated the front of the ruins and they've left the back like still in the jungle. And Palenque is open and wide and everything's excavated and just beautiful. Really enjoyed that a lot. And Palenque has a pretty good cycling infrastructure. There's a cycle path pretty much the whole way to the site. And then yesterday when I was leaving town, there was another cycle path. Love that. And then yesterday somebody reminded me that I never finished the story about Dennis, the missing American man in the Mayan ruins of Tikal. And I heard from Charlie, this Dutch woman that we were exploring the ruins together. We all went together, stayed in the same hotel. And she knows Dennis because he had rented a car, driven it from Belize City, and she was hitchhiking and he picked her up just outside San Ignacio, but he didn't have insurance to cross the border with Guatemala, so he left his car at the border and they took a colectivo to San Ignacio and to El Remate, and that's where we all met, and we all got this tour together to the Mayan ruins. And then while we were walking around, Dennis just disappeared. And we waited for him with the driver, for over an hour. And he never showed up. And we got back to the hotel, and the hotel owner said, it sometimes happens. People get separated, but, they always make it back. But he didn't. He never showed up at the hotel. And so Charlie said when she goes back, she'll see if his car is at the border. And when she went back, his car was not at the border. And so, yeah, he just left. He didn't say anything. And I think that was pretty rude to not particularly let the driver and the hotel know that he wasn't going to be returning. But at least we have a finish to the story, conclusion. And so that is the story of gun crazy Dennis, missing man, American man, in the Mayan ruins of Tikal. So today I'm going to be on the highway. There's quite a few big trucks, but I think it's going to be okay. Got tons of room. Just love Mexico. And at some point I'll be going through some small towns and, I'll be able to pick up some tacos and some be selling fruit and, I'll have a place to take a break. So this is going to be one of my bigger rides of the tour, maybe the biggest. It's going to be about 45 miles today. And since it's going to be so hot, hoping to finish it earlier. Before the heat of the day, but I think it's going to be really hot really soon. But okay, Myrtle, we've got a nice wind, a nice breeze blowing. I think we'll be okay. And I think my biggest hill of the day is coming up here too. Nice to get that out of the way early. All right, Myrtle. Let's see what the day brings.